V'hine al yedei zeh, through this, that you appeal to a higher level, yoyel l'nafshei halakis, this will benefit the godly soul, lahoyer eineho be'emes, to illuminate its eyes, its thought process, truthfully. Yichud eirein saf baruchu b're'iyah chushis, that should be able to see godliness openly, because when you appeal to a higher level and say the truth, then this will help you in your godly pursuit. Not by just listening and understanding alone, explained elsewhere, because the seeing of godliness in your mind's eyes, this is the root of all service. Vatam, why is it that you'll be able to now see godliness when you've gone ahead and you've embarrassed the heck out of your animal soul? Because the animal soul really doesn't want to upset your godly soul. The animal soul doesn't want to start up with God either. So what's happening? What's happening is that the animal soul has been given a job. Its job is to disrupt you. Not that it wants to be successful. It has to disrupt you, because that's what it's been hired to do. God hired the animal soul to disrupt the soul's seeking perfection. But that's only a job. It's not where it really is. It's not where it really wants to be. It really wants to be in the sight of goodness, as we'll soon see. Vatam, and the reason that you'll come to the level of seeing God after the animal soul has blocked out godliness, lefi, because there really is no substance to the other side. That's why it's likened to darkness. The darkness has no substance to it. And that's why it's automatically pushed aside, because of any light that shines. So also the other side, it has a lot of life to it. It has the power to enliven all non-kosher animals, huge animals, elephants, sharks, whales, buffalo, rhinoceros, alligators, crocodiles, giant squid, the conger eels, and huge, huge snakes hundreds of feet long. There are squid that are over 100 feet long, and there are conger eels 100 feet long, and there's snakes that are tons, and there's a blue whale that's over 90 to 100 feet that weighs 80 to 90 tons. All of this comes from the sitrach on the other side. And this other side also gives life, in nafshes u'meselim, gives life to the souls of the people of the world. V'gam nefesh ha'bamis shebisol, also the animal soul of Israel. Canal is mentioned before, mikol mokim, nonetheless. The life force is not independent. It comes from holiness. Canal is mentioned before, therefore he is completely null and void before holiness, as darkness becomes completely decimated by light. Physical light, relative to the holiness of the godly soul, that's found in a person. God gave it the ability and permission, like connected to lift itself up against the holy soul. Why? The person should be aroused to overcome it. Lashpilo, and to humble it through the humbleness and the simplicity and the lowness of one's spirit. If any person feels disgusted in his own eyes, nimas, and totally putrefied, when the person does this down below. He said, arouses above. L'kaim mashikosa, to fulfill what it says, that God says, on the power of the sitrach, from there I will, from the heavens I will cause you to descend, is the word of God. The hainu, that means shemasidim shalta, removes it from its rule, v'yacholta, and ability. Misalik mimena akeich v'rishusha nosan la'agbi atzma deged eirek dushas nefesh l'kis, and takes away the power that was given to it to oppose the holiness of the godly soul. It was given the ability to oppose it, but not given the ability to overcome it. Oppose it, yes, but doesn't have the power to overcome it. But when the godly soul does not get overcome, it automatically becomes null and is pushed aside. Darkness becomes pushed aside for light. What happens when it starts getting light, the darkness automatically fades and disappears. We find this also in the story of the spies. First they said, they said, the nations are stronger than God, from us. Don't read it from us, but they meant God. God couldn't do this. They didn't have the belief that God could take them from the desert to defeat the nations of the land of Canaan. And afterwards, they did tshuva, they returned. They said, let's go, we're ready to go. We made a mistake. Let's go, let us go, we're going to go. That's what we're going. Where did they all of a sudden have this faith in the ability of God? Moses did not in the interim show them any wonder that they should have the confidence that God's going to protect them. He said to them, how God was angry with them, and swore that he wasn't going to bring them to the land of how could this help them at all? If they didn't have the ability to believe in the power of God, what good was it to tell them this, that God wasn't going to let them come into the land? How does that give them the ability to believe that they should be able to overcome 31 kings? Because they didn't have this belief, they didn't want to enter the land. So if they didn't want to enter the land because they didn't believe in God, why all of a sudden are they ready to come, go up the mountain, ready to take on the Canaanim that are there, ready to take on the Amaleki that's there? How come? God didn't show them anything. Israel, in truth, believe in God. The other side, which is engarbed in their bodies, has lifted them up upon the light of the holiness of the godly soul, begasas rucha, with its arrogance, begavusa, and its haughtiness, bechutzpah, with their total chutzpah, belitam v'das, without any kind of rhyme or reason, v'lochein, and therefore, so there was a chutzpah without any rhyme or reason. That's the only reason why they opposed the godly soul, or the belief in God. Therefore, immediately as God got angry with them, and God yelled at them with a loud voice, and an angry voice, how much can I suffer this evil community? In this desert your corpses will fall. Ani Hashem dibarti, I, God, have spoken him, if I will not do this to this evil community. When they heard these difficult, harsh words, their hearts were completely subdued and broken in their midst. As it says, the people became very, very mournful and